Well, hi Taurus, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I'm shuffling these Guardian Angel cards. Before the reading, I'm going to pull you out a card. We're going to get some advice. One more shuffle here. Taurus. Let's see what you need to know for advice, and then I'll read your tarot cards. Alright, let's see. Glasses on. Alright, for Taurus, please. Taurus. There. We have the Helper of Abundance. So I will read this to you. Although you have a lot to do, it's important that you get organized first. Once planning is complete, you can roll up your sleeves and get to work. Your guardian angels surround you and are ready to help out. This card also indicates a very loving, kind, and loyal friend, someone with a big heart, a quick wit, and endless patience. That person could be you. So, get organized. That is for most of you, some of you, whoever it resonates with, and we are going to get on with this reading. Let's see what your tarot card reading is this week, Taurus. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone, and you can take parts of the reading that does resonate, or think about a private reading. I do private readings. If you just send me an email, which is in the description box below this video, we can get started. So, almost ready to go ahead and pull the cards. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. Here we go, Taurus. What can Taurus expect? Ooh, coming up in their lives. What's coming in? What's going out? Any advice? Please. Always looking for advice for Taurus. This one that flipped over. Okay, Taurus, we got quite a few cards out here. So I'm going to put them down in the same order that they come out of the deck. All cards are male or female. The overall energy is the Six of Cups. Wow, that's a good one. But let's see what the cards have to say about that. So we almost have all the cards we need for the second part of your reading. So Taurus, the overall energy of your reading is the Six of Cups. Beautiful card. The Six of Cups it can be about someone that you have known prior in your life, like college years or before, okay, that you're probably going to reconnect with. It's a sweet, very sweet card. Look at Six Cups of Love. Cups are about love. You may or may not have had a relationship with this person. You may have just been babies with them or reconnected somehow. But at the very least, you are soulmates. This is a soulmate card, and you've known them from at least a prior life. So, Six of Cups is what we're talking about in this reading. I have the King of Swords up in your highest energy. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So one of those might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the thing with the King of Swords, this is your energy. You have your sword out. You're a little bit blocked as far as talking about your feelings, so to speak, but you are absolutely seeking the truth and the clarity here for self-protection. Now, these are the two strongest energies in your reading. So what this tells me is I think someone's coming back into your life that you've known before. And I think you're a bit guarded about it, and you will be seeking truth and clarity about who they are today, what they want, you know, whatever it might be. I have the Knight of Pentacles right next to the King of Swords and right above the Six of Cups. So the Knight of Pentacles, this is like the slowest moving energy in the whole deck, holding on to a big old pentacle. Now, I think you did have a relationship with this person before, because this pentacle is about security, stability, groundedness. It's about commitment, availability. So you're on guard about this person coming back into your life. I don't know how you're reconnecting. I can't really see how. But, you know, with Facebook and online and so many ways to reconnect, you could just bump into each other at the grocery store, you know. But you're gonna be looking out to see, do they have a pentacle this time? Are they more grounded? Are they coming in sincerely? I have the Two of Pentacles next to the Knight of Pentacles. There you are, weighing your pros and cons about them coming back into your life. It's kind of tipsy-turvy. It's you got highs, you got lows, and that's why you're on guard. You're going to sort through all of this. I think before that you actually get involved again with whoever this person is. I have the Wheel under the King of Swords and next to the Six of Cups. I feel like it was time for the universe to bring them back in. I don't think it was time before. I think priorly that maybe they were too immature because it is the Six of Cups. And it's time now. And the universe you can't fight, they're bringing them in. So, it's always for the better too. The wheel always turns for the better, the universe. It always wants what's best for you. I have the Nine of Pentacles next to the Six of Cups and under the Two of Pentacles. Well, you're perfectly fine. This is your energy. You're perfectly fine the way you are, you know. Also, this could be their energy. You know, I think it's both your energies. I feel like you're both like grounded, secure, stable. You both probably have a job, a car, an apartment. You're self-assured. You're probably both self-assured and self-confident at this point. And single. That's really, really important. And single. Yeah, there's a lot to think about and to sort through, because I think there was a prior relationship that you're like, well, wait a minute here, you know, what do you really want here? But I feel like time has gone by and the timing is now right for the universe to bring them in. I have the Ace of Swords under the wheel. So the Ace of Swords, this is about truth. This is about the sword, you know, truth and clarity through conversation. Well, this is really going to help this relationship because, you know, they really disappointed you before in love. And you do have some answers you need. You need to understand what happened. And I can see what happened. They were too young. They weren't able to commit. But you're still disappointed over the love that you had for this person before. But look, there's two cups of hope here. I call this the card of hope. So there's still hope and love. You'll get to the truth of all this. And what I have here next to the Five of Cups and right under the Nine of Pentacles is the Ace of Wands. Hey, they're offering you a fresh start and a new beginning. They want a fresh start and new beginning with you. Oh my gosh. Let me take out the rest of these cards. Let's see where this is going. For Taurus, please. For Taurus. Need a couple more cards for this reading for Taurus, please. Oh, there's one. Nope. Okay. No, that's too many. They go back. That was like 5. Cut them. Start over here. The second card for this Taurus is, there it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I have the Emperor in your highest energy. So the Emperor is the card for Aries. Aries might be strong in your chart or in someone else's around this reading. But this is you. This is you holding true to yourself. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. And you're going to make sure that they don't persuade you in a direction that you don't want to go. You're very stubborn about this, which is in a good way. Yeah, you're very firm, you're very grounded, and you're very sure of yourself. And you're going to just stay true to yourself. I have the Judgment card right next to the Emperor. Your guardian angels and spirit guides are all around you. They've been blowing the horn down on you, teaching you a spiritual lesson that you have woken up to or are waking up to. Look at all these people. They get it. They hear it. And that's you. So once you learn a spiritual lesson now, you're usually rewarded. And look at what I have right next to the Judgment card, the Sun. This is a reward. Wow, is that a reward? The Sun. This is fresh starts, new beginnings with lots of love, lots of joy. This is what they're going to reward you with. And I think when they come in, that's what they're bringing with them. I think that's why now it's time. That's why you learned your spiritual lesson, and it's time for the universe to bring this person back in for another go at it. But this time, remember, they wouldn't show up with a pentacle before. They were not grounded. They were unstable. Just, they didn't want a commitment. Well, this time they have an offer with. This is what it's going to amount to. This is what it's going to turn into, an offer of stability, security, groundedness, and possibly marriage. Wow. So they come in single. They're ready. They have all these pentacles. They've done a lot of work on themselves, and as you have too, okay? So when they come in with the pentacle. They brought it with them this time. They're much more grown up. I have the High Priestess next to the Ace of Pentacles and under the Judgment card. This is the card for intuition and knowing. Look, the Moon. The Moon shines a light to shine a path forward for you in the dark. What this card says is pay attention to your intuitions. They're running very strong. And so whatever your gut is telling you, kind of listen to it. Don't just be all logic and don't just be all heart. Listen to your gut. You will know what to do. You'll know how to handle it. Let your intuition guide you. I have the Seven of Pentacles next to the High Priestess and under the Sun. You waited for that. See, this is what you remember. This is what you went through before. You waiting and waiting for the bush to it blossomed, but it never bore fruit. So you're waiting with the empty basket, unable to pick the fruit. So this is security, stability, groundedness. These are pentacles. So it just never happened. It never came about. I have the Star card under the Ace of Pentacles and right next to the Ace of Wands. You have three aces in this reading. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. It's a lot of aces. So I have the Star card here. This is the card for Aquarius. So Aquarius might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But what you're doing here is you're mixing this potion into this pool of water. And you see your own reflection. This is a very deep spiritual healing card. Look, the Moon is behind this figure. Lighting your way. You see your own reflection. You're remembering what you want from life, what you don't want. This is really, really healing and very helpful. It's right under the Ace of Pentacles. You want that. And it's right next to the Ace of Wands. And I think they are really coming in sincerely when they come in this time. I have the Seven of Cups right next to the Star and under the High Priestess. So you want to know, are they coming in like with another one of these Seven of Cups? None of these cups are the right cup for you, okay? They all are enticing for one reason or another, but not a one is the right one for you. So right under the High Priestess, they're saying follow your intuition. Okay, follow your gut instincts. And it's next to the star. Remember what you want. Remember what you don't want. And you're healed from the past. And that, you know, they probably had some healing. They probably had some judgments. They probably had a lot that they've been through since they come back too. So, I have the Eight of Swords next to the Seven of Cups and under the Seven of Pentacles. You know, this is like the universe is telling you, you probably already know this. You stayed in that relationship a little too long. You were kind of ignoring the red flags. Look, your hands are free. Your hand's free. It's right up here next to your chin. You have a blindfold on, surrounded by swords of truth and clarity. But you're not looking at them. You're not dealing with them. And this is a lot of times is by choice. It's an illusion that you're trapped into something that you can't get out of. You weren't. If you had just paid attention to the swords, you would have seen the truth and the clarity. And the truth and clarity was that they were not going to commit. They were a Seven of Cups at the time, back when, okay? But they're coming back now. The timing. It's all about timing in this reading. So, Taurus, this is your reading. A soulmate is coming back in from your past. It's all about the timing, and this time they come in being very sincere, and they have what it is that you want from a relationship. So, wow, thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot, and I want to thank my guardian angels, my spirit guides, for helping me deliver you this message.